Walk in here, that judge is a woman. I mean, that
Veil.
or a man, that action are just symbols, okay? Intimidating symbols. I carry a sword, and it is my right to do so. I do it to protect myself and to protect others. And the reason why you have to make a vote is really heavy lead.
It's a trust. It's a position of trust.
The same thing that I just said. Everything you said, it's contract. But we all recognize we realize that the citizens of the United States, Southern County, Missoula, and I'm not. You are. I just don't recognize.
But I can't be assumed to be anything else.
And man, I cannot do it. See, and this is where we one or I hate the other. There's a religious basis for your stuff, but you also mentioned the Constitution so many times. Just because which is supposed to protect my rights,
as given by God. It protects us from lawmakers from making laws that infringe on those rights. Absolutely. It was supposed to.
I trust Him. Fully 100% trust God to do it.
Oh, absolutely. I thought you were talking about the Constitution.
And this is why I can say that I trust in this law as opposed to all of the arbitrary things that are considered law. Okay, by many different people. Okay,
but I don't think these statutes that have been established, the Montana Constitution, and anything else, is arbitrary. Because listen to me, because I mean, it's not arbitrary. It is. There was a process. There was elected officials. There was voting. There was so many times where citizens had input at that time. This year, because you chose not to,
or you have the right to choose not to.
When you come here, you're going to say, look, yeah. There's going to be rules I have to live by. And you're saying no. God's the Bible, and that's the only rules.
My rules.
And I recognize the Constitution.
I have to love my neighbor. I have to love my neighbor. That's why when I got pulled over,
we recognize your neighbors.
Absolutely, my brother. I absolutely would. And if you were in trouble,
we'd be there to protect you and help you out.
Absolutely, the same for me.
That's why
I'm just saying, at some point in the future, if
I hope you're there to protect me if it is a bad situation.
You might have to roll up and say, look, there's an arrest warrant for you for whatever reason, sir.
There's no reason to be an arrest warrant unless there's been a crime committed. If we've committed a crime, then I will face conversations right up here.
That's cool if she wants to say that.
There's no reason to have it here. You're safe with us every time you come in.
Absolutely. I'm a non-confrontational guy. And I thank you for that. Honestly, for sure, because the guy who stopped me pulled his taser just for me saying a question. Pulled his taser out, which constitutes as terrorism because he's forcing his political ideologies.
I've explained myself as good as I know how to explain to you. Sir, you're under arrest. Please step out of the vehicle. Will you just recognize that no amount of argument or question asking is going to do you any good at that specific time?
And that's why I went to jail.
Which is why he peacefully did this when the five guys jumped through both doors.
Pushing my opening, unlocking my doors, sticking their hands in there, which is all private. That's trespassing on private property. Plus me being property of God is trespassing on the temple.
If we have a lawful reason to be there, and there's a lot. If somebody calls 911 and says, "Hey, I just saw X, Y, and Z, and that seems to be either suspicious or this, that, or the other thing," then I can go there and make contact and try to figure it out. And as soon as I realize that it didn't happen, and somebody asked me to leave, I'm going to be like, "Okay, fine, no other reason." Do you know any time? I mean, Montana does quite a few people that just want their property rights totally respected, and I always do that when I can. This little thing driving around with license plates or driver's license or whatever, I mean, that's kind of...
But that's permission from the state.
I don't care what cop it is, if you drive by them and they're doing their patrol and you don't have any license plates, they're going to say, man, is that car stolen? What's the deal? What's wrong? Why isn't that car registered? Well, they're going to get hurt.
asked the
you're on
exact
this
same
public
thing
road.
that I asked this time, which was, did you witness me commit a felony or a breach of the peace? Because otherwise there is no probable cause
And they don't look at it
to,
that way.
I know they don't,
And I
but
don't
that's the
look
way
at
the
it
law
that
is
way.
supposed to look at it.
So there's the 61 codes are all traffic codes, and we're supposed to enforce for the driver safety.
All 61 codes are
All the 61 are traffic and equipment, vehicles, and what have you. No, it's just that, you know how all the statutes have like 456301 is going to be theft and so on and so forth. I'm saying we have a whole chapter of just traffic codes. You can't run stoplights or stop signs because you're going to put somebody else in danger, right? You should carry insurance because if you get into an accident, the other person that's traveling on that same street you are has the right to have their property made right.
And I'm not against the insurance.
No, I'm just he's just saying felonies and what have you. But there's all these misdemeanors, especially traffic misdemeanors.
I just watched a judge take a lawyer, the prosecutor and the officer, and charge them, overturning a jury verdict.
A DWI.
On a DUI charge.
Or DUI.
And the reason why there was no victim. They were claiming that they were hurt. Now, if I drove 100 miles an hour home and I was plastered and I made it to my driveway without harming anybody, no crime was committed. Now, if I go down the road at 100 miles an hour and I knock over somebody's mailbox and drive through their lawn, absolutely. And I haven't endangered anybody. I haven't hurt anybody.